Do another little random thing here. Do a story time for you a little bit. I'm not sure how this is sounding because I got it like being held up by a blanket, so I'm not sure if it's like covering any of the noise up or what. Something I told you about. I ain't really talked about it much, since it happened. So I guess it's about time for me to talk about it. Let people know about it. It was back in 2012, September. I don't remember the exact day. I think it was the 21st, something like that. Anyways, it started off like any other day. It started off like a normal day. We had I guess you can call it like a miniature family reunion at my grandparents' house, my grandma's house. Got something in my eye. And, she was out having fun with my nephew, and some of my cousins showed up, and it was a fun day. Because it's like an unplanned, like one of those moments. It was kind of like an unplanned miniature family reunion. Everybody was gathering together, and we all having fun together. And, all that wrapped up, and my grandma, I was going to go home with my mom and them, but I decided to stay with my grandparents, my grandma that night, because my granddad had already passed away. He passed away back in 2009, and what's weird is, the year my granddad died, one of my best friends, Charlie, died in 2009. See, that's what I did for him. See, he died that day, and my granddad died in September of 2009. And then 2012, one of my good friends named Diego, aka Brian O'Brien, passed away. And then this in September, like I said, everyone got home, and my grandma was being really earnest about wanting to get to the cemetery to see my granddad. And we're like, Mama, we can take you in the morning. It's getting dark, we can take you in the morning. But she was really stern about getting out there that night. And she was like, she's getting ready to hop in her car and drive herself over there. But at that time, she had just had heart surgery. And her surgery was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. A week or 2 weeks ago. And she had stents put in her heart. And she wasn't really, medically cleared to drive yet all the way. Not by herself or whatever. But she was still, like, earnest about getting to my granddad's grave. So we got into the pickup, because one of my other cousins was there, and we got into the pickup, drove over there, and another one of my cousins drove another vehicle over there, because there's like a lot of us went to the cemetery that day. And when we got out there, it was just like a normal cemetery visit, we went to my granddad's grave, and we went and looked at a couple of my other cousins' graves over there, and then we found out that stuff had been going on my granddad's grave. It wasn't very nice, and caused by other people. Well, one of my cousins got all riled up about it and got into the car, and he took off to the cemetery because he can go kill everybody that did it. He's on a murder rampage that night. Well, as he was driving away, one of my other cousins took off after the car, and she was yelling and screaming, and then because of her medical issues, she collapsed to the ground and started having a seizure. So he saw that going on. He jumped out of the car and came back. About that time, my grandma collapsed in my arms. I was holding her like this. with her in my arms. And it got to the point where we were trying to get her back to the house. We weren't worried about getting her to the hospital or nothing. We were just trying to get her to the house and calm her down. So we got the pickup back over there to her and got her in the front seat. And I still had my arms wrapped around her even in the front seat because, she wasn't feeling all right. And I knew he was helping her with me holding her like that. Well, we started to pull out of the hospital. We started to pull out of the parking lot. The cemetery there. It's not really a parking lot, but we started pulling out of the cemetery. And I heard she kind of leaned forward a little bit with me still holding on to her. And then she said, "I love y'all." After she said, "I love y'all," she kind of went like that twice, and then slumped over. She was gone at that point. I felt her, I literally felt her spirit leave her body that night. And she was like this. She had her hand like this on her chest, and she said, "I love y'all." I went like that twice and slumped over, and that was it. But my cousin that was driving didn't want to believe it, so they came over there in a panic and started trying to pull out of the vehicle, but they couldn't at that moment because we still had the door locked, and all of us were just in such a panic mode. We didn't unlock the door. It took us about 2 minutes to get the door unlocked. So he finally got her unlocked. I've talked about this in another one of the other vlogs before. I was pointing out the tree and all that. I don't remember what the name of the vlog is, but I did. It's kind of like a miniature version of the story. And as we pulled her out, kind of leaned her against the tree a little bit. And that's when they realized she wasn't breathing. See, at this point, I already knew she was gone because I already felt her leave her body, you know. I knew she was there. I knew she was gone. Anyways, they pulled her out and leaned her against the tree. And when they realized she wasn't breathing, they started doing CPR and called 911. It took about, I don't know, about 5-10 minutes for the ambulance to get there. When they got there, they worked on her. It seemed like an eternity. They put, you know, that medicine in her that's supposed to help her, you know, come to, whatnot. And I knew that wasn't going to work. Anyways, they were doing CPR and all that stuff, and they were there working on her for, I think they said, I mean, it seemed to me like an eternity. And at that time, we were to call some people, and one of my other aunts had showed up, one of my brothers had showed up, and the other brother of mine was gone in the military, but he's on the phone talking to us about it. And, yeah, if you can tell, it's kind of still, yeah, to talk about it, but I need to, you know. But anyways, we were on the phone with him, and, you know, at that time I knew she was gone, so I went ahead and told everybody, you know, that they called it. And even though they didn't call it, they didn't actually officially call her death until we got to the hospital. I told everybody they called it because she's already gone, because I knew at that point she's already gone. And like I said, the ambulance was there working on her for 20-30 minutes, something like that. Roughly 25-30 minutes before they finally loaded her up and took her to the hospital. And of course, you know, we got to the hospital and they took us all in this little room. And like, of course, I know she didn't make it and all da-da-da. And who knows, asked us who we wanted to call for the, you know, for the funeral home and all that. Of course, we knew what funeral home was going to, because it's the same funeral home my family uses most of the time anyways. But yeah, that's the night my grandma died. It still haunts me sometimes because she died in my arms. But, you know, I'm doing better since then. I mean, I do still have nights every once in a while where it gets to, you know, I have a dream about it. And I guess it's just something I have to deal with from now on, you know. I told you I was going to talk about it, even though it's still kind of hard for me to, but now I know the story of it. And it was a chaotic night that night. And one of the things we did for a while to help us with it, to kind of help us with the, you know, the grief of it, we started making jokes saying, I wonder what people thought about it when they passed by the cemetery and they saw an ambulance with lights and sirens full of come pulling into a cemetery. You know, we never know what they thought. It was like, we got a live one in here. It's just unique in the whole situation, you know. But I think she knew, honestly, I think she knew she was going to go that day. Because, you know, she's very going to be my granddad. And just the way she always says she want to die near him. And, I guess the way she was acting with, as stern as she was being about getting to the cemetery that day, I think she knew she was going to go. But yeah, now y'all know the story of that. And, like, subscribe, share, comment, you know, please, let's grow this channel to 1,000 and beyond. But my goal right now is to reach 1,000 people on here, 1,000 subscribers. And I know it's one of those things that people say, it's like, I know it's popular doing food challenges and stuff like that on YouTube, and it's like, it's like, sometimes I want to do it because it's what's popular, but at the same time, it's not like me to fall into these trends, and it's not like me to really do food challenges, but because of health issues, I'll explain those later too. Because of the health issues I had as a kid in the past, I can't do spicy stuff, you know. I mean, I can do sour candy and stuff like that, but I can't do anything spicy because of the health issues I had in the past. And I noticed that, you know, a lot of the spicy challenges are really popular right now. But yeah, I can't really do that, so I'm not sure what to do as far as a food challenge goes, you know. Anyways, it's like, I want to be myself. I want to do me on this channel, but it's like sometimes I keep thinking, like, in order for me to grow, I have to do what everybody else is doing, you know. I gotta do this challenge, I gotta do this challenge, I gotta talk about this, I gotta cover drama, maybe, you know, I gotta do this, and that. I mean, I've tried all kinds of stuff on this channel, but if you go back through my, it's funny, when you go back through some of my original videos, even though they suck, and some of them I had music playing through my phone, so you can't really understand what the heck I'm saying. I was actually vlogging back before vlogging was really a thing, you know. And then as you go through the channel, you see that I tried several different things throughout the years. And yeah, right now I'm having, like I said, I'm recording on my phone. This would be another one of those videos where I just upload. I don't have, I mean, I have the software to edit, to put a video together on my phone. It's just that I'm not recording enough, to slice together right now. I'm just doing this all in one long video right now until I can get another computer, which will be, so long. But like I said, if y'all want to help out with my channel and everything, my PayPal link is in the description down there. Y'all can use it to donate. And let's get this channel to 1,000 subscribers, man. Let's grow this channel. It's like I want to be myself, and I don't really want to follow the trends of everyone else. But sometimes I feel like it might be what I have to do to grow the channel. Do what everybody else is doing so I get popular. But the thing is, if I start doing stuff like that, like reactions, or if I do just reactions, or just this or just that, it's like that's what my channel will be marketed as, and that's what people will expect. So the way I look at it is, if I do stuff like that, that's what the people will expect. So once I start doing that, I do plan on going live again here soon, starting next week probably. I'm going to find a day where I can set aside and go live and just sit back and chat with y'all on the phone here. But anyways, what I was saying was, I don't want to be a channel to like market myself as one thing, like as a reaction channel or as a challenge channel or whatnot. And if I don't keep that up, it's like you get the subscribers, you get up there where you need to be, and then if you got that going on for you, but if you turn back to what you want to do, what you want your channel to be, you're going to start losing subscribers again, because you have certain people that they came in just for this one reason. Yeah, they may seem all nice and friendly and like, oh yeah, man, you're cool, but once you stop doing what they want you to do, what they want to see, they're gone. They're leaving your channel. They'll come in, subscribe for your one. I've seen, on my channel alone, like when I've done reactions to Baby Metal before in the past, I've seen people subscribe to my channel just because I did a Baby Metal reaction, and I go for a while without doing a Baby Metal reaction. Those people will disappear off my list again. And then you have those people that came on and they loved, because if you go back to my channel, you see there's some where I was doing music and went live and just chatted and played music and did requests and stuff like that. And I had people that subscribe for that. And then when I started doing that, those people, again, disappeared. Even though they're like your best friends and very friendly and all that, they're only there for that one thing. So yeah, it's like, I want to be myself, but at the same time I keep debating about like doing certain things as far as getting this channel going, because I want to reach 1,000 subscribers. That is my goal right now, is to get 1,000. I want to go past that, of course, but my goal right now is to reach 1,000. Anyways, now y'all know the story about what causes some of my depression sometimes, and the night that my grandma died in my arms. I mean, I know this may be wrong, but there's still sometimes, because of what he did and the way he pulled out of there, because he was going to go kill everybody because of the stuff that was happening at that time. I know it's wrong, but there are still some times where I kind of blame that cousin for her death, for causing her death. But at the same time, I can't do that because, it happened that way. Because, he is the one that caused the stress and stuff to start up, but at the same time, who's to say that if he didn't do that, he still would have went that night, Because, even if he didn't do that, I have a feeling that, she might have went right there at the grave and not in the pickup like she did. And it's one of those things, you can go back and think about it, but it happened. It happened the way it happened. You can't take it back, That's the way it is in your life. Stuff happens the way it happens. You can't take it back. All you can do is learn from it and move on. Don't live on the regret of it. If you say you regret something, don't live on that regret, because after a while, that regret can pull you down. That regret can drag you down without even realizing it, because you're living on that regret. You're dwelling in the past on that regret. And it will pull you down, because it's like, you have that certain regret and you don't want to repeat that mistake, so you do things, you dodge around without even realizing it. You dodge around things so you don't repeat that same mistake. You don't realize that because you're holding on to that regret over here, and you're trying to drag it to stop yourself from doing certain things, that you're holding yourself back from your full potential. And you got this over here you could do, but you go over here and do this, and you miss that opportunity because you don't want to make the same mistake you made in the past, because you're holding on to that regret. So, essentially, you're holding yourself back without even realizing it. But yeah, like I said, let's get this channel growing. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that fun stuff. And like I said, my in my description below is a link to my PayPal if you want to help with the channel. I tried to do a Patreon page, but I don't know, I don't know if I set it up wrong or what, but I don't know, I just kind of gave up on it, said screw it, PayPal works just fine, I'll just use it. But anyways, yeah, I'm not sure what else to talk about right now. I'm sitting here watching TV and just chilling, just being a lazy day. But yeah, I don't know, my mind's going blank right now. So like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell, turn on post notifications, whatever you want to call it nowadays. And yeah, I'm gonna get this uploaded. Like I said, I do this all in one video, so I'm not worried about, you know, putting it edited of any way. Because I need to learn how to work the one on my phone more, because I need to learn how to actually, you know, put on intros and stuff like that. It'd make it a lot easier if the freaking Filmora, you know, I love the app on the computer. You know, when I sign into it, all my stuff is there. Like, I can go to someone else's computer and sign into my account, and all my stuff that I use, you know, my templates, my intros, my music that I made and stuff like that will be there. But apparently you can't sign into your Filmora account on the freaking app. So I don't have my intros and stuff to work with, but I got to figure out. I mean, I think there are intros and stuff you can use. I got to figure out how to make that work. But yeah, I'll be playing with that for a little while, see what's going on. But this video is just going up the way it is, unedited and raw. So yeah, until next time, y'all, I'll be back.